Wedged in between mine dumps and used car lots, bisected by ribbons of highway and far from the plush northern suburbs of Johannesburg, lies the working-class suburb of Denver. The mine dumps, which stand like sentinels around Denver, portray the history of the area as part of the center of South Africa's Industrial Revolution, ushered in by the discovery of gold here in 1886.
I'm Warren van Wyk. I live in Denver, Johannesburg. I'm 16 years of age. Not so long ago I boxed the Transvaal Championships. I lost and then tried the SA Championships, which is even stronger. I fought 3 fights, came to the finals. That was the hardest fight of all, but I still won by fitness. That's what won me the fight.
Warren van Wyk and his friends live in a world whose horizons are narrowing. Here life has an edge, the edge of white working-class South Africa facing its history and fighting to preserve a way of life in a climate of revolution.
Dickie baby, this one's for you. Wherever you may be tonight, sleeping cold, fighting for your country and for me. Then I get a letter that breaks my heart in two. And I remember the nights in your bright red car at the top of the hill when you promised me the stars. And you said you'd never ever leave me, but Dickie baby, I'm waiting here for you. And every night before I go to sleep, I see you in my dreams. Dickie baby, your mother and me. We've been talking about a white dress for our wedding, and I'm saving for a color TV.
Warren, where have you been? I thought this morning I'm going okay. To do what? Buy some food.
You know you're going to come out to do my shopping on a Saturday. I told you to be here.
Hey? Not one of us had a watch.
Oh, true. Where have you been? You must be looking for your mother.
Okay. My one brother just found a job at workshop fitters in Jeppe. My father's a welder at Algian Engineering in Kenton Park. My mother works as a switchboard operator in Dolphin. Myself, I'm gonna leave standard 8 at Morgan High School this year, and I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna look for a job as a fitter and turner.
Yeah, fuck it!
My buddies are Brian and Clinton, and a few other guys that hang around with us. Sometimes when we're feeling a bit bored, we go to yoga, or maybe we're going off for a chow, we go to a party. I sometimes take my cherries with one of my cherries, Bonita or Jackie, and I've got to slip them in, one at a time.
It's all he thinks of is cherries and boxing. That's all he thinks about. Stu's bar, I'm not lying to you. The streets, fraying and boxing. Otherwise, he's not concerned a single soul about doing anything. Then the girls phone, even the mother's phone. Can Warren please come to the house for the weekend? And I say, no. I told you, they come on with another baby in this house, they'll go on the pole for life. Because I don't want no more grandchildren. Got 2 and that's more than enough. No ways.
My great-grandfather was a miner in this area for about 40 years. Actually one of the first miners. And Denver East was one of the first mining areas. And now Denver is fading deeply by the days.
Warren's world still bears the traces of a culture first brought to the Rand by British mine workers and which was later absorbed by that of Afrikaner workers. A tradition of white working-class militancy forged on the Rand found its fiercest expression in the mine workers' revolt of 1922, sparked by hiring of cheaper black labor by the mining houses. As refugees from increasing rural hardship and dispossession, thousands of Afrikaner families moved to Johannesburg during the 30s, a time of rising Afrikaner nationalism. Over the next decades, white workers, many of them inspired by the message of nationalist intellectuals, secured a position of ascendancy over their fellow black workers. It was a process extended by successive nationalist governments after their rise to power in 1948.
As go flama jeans parakana jopisa yini fade for menanzira 20 incidents one day 20 incidents per day.
Yet the contours of South African life have shifted dramatically in the 80s. Massive black popular protest and limited government reforms have led to fierce resistance to change, especially from working and lower middle class whites faced with the loss of privilege based on color. The right wing's language of racial supremacy, which announces the betrayal of white workers by government and capitalists, has found a powerful resonance in these bitter and sometimes violent sections of white South Africa.
Toe hulle teruggekeer het van die Engelse oorlog nadat goud hier aan die rand ontdek is, was hulle verarm en uitgeskroei en verhonger. Baie van hulle moes van hulle vernielde plase af pad gee en moes na Johannesburg gaan. In Johannesburg het hulle in lang toue gaan staan om werk te soek. Vreemdelinge in hulle eie land. Vreemdelinge wat werk moet gaan soek, omdat vreemdes van oorsee die base geword het van die totale ekonomie van Suid-Afrika.
Most of them say they were national parties, but they rather go see because the CP stands now what the National Party had years ago. And most of the people owning houses in Malvern area or any places, we want to make great places. There's old people, they can't sell their places and move out to Houghton or any of those places where the blacks can't go and stay. I'm sure not one sitting in Parliament would like to have a Soweto black staying next to them.
Ek sê dit vir u vanaand. Op die politieke terrein het meneer Kleebeek oor dat die wit man verkoop. Hy het die uitverkoop, dames en heren, onder u neus. Die fout van hierdie regering, dat hy water in sy are en die bloed in sy are het. Hy het nog verloor uit sy pyp van die dames en heren, en hy was nie bereid om die groepsoepiele wet toe te pas nie. En wat het gebeur? Die kleerlinge en die Indiërs, die swartes, is ingestroom in die oorhouwe. En hulle het ingestroom in my werk. Hulle het ingestroom in Doornvoortijn en Jeppien en Jobergpark en in Woodstock. En ooral in die land kom hulle alweer in.
Now, people say we're against the blacks. We're not against the blacks. All we want is for each to be in his own. The dangerous part of it all is, parks are dangerous, you know. You get the good, you get the bad. We get the old, good African, which you've got a lot of respect for. And I don't know why people say we are Nazis or anything like. We're not.
And you know, when they used to be like that, they used to be so strict with the blacks, which I don't think they're strict at all anymore. They should be more strict on them. When we stayed, when I was a little girl, you never used to get them selling vegetables on the corner or running around at night, and it seems like it's changed. Everything's changed, you know. It's like changed from overnight to a location around here in Denver.
Things out the way. Hey, 2-2, what? 2-2.
Welcome to the Station Hotel, where there's always something on the go.
Dus ik kom met mij niet veel zeggen.
In a society where the experiences of blacks and whites are still largely locked in separate worlds, many anticipate the future by retreating into an inward-looking and fiercely defensive way of life. And if in South Africa white youth are offered few ways of seeing their world, then in Denver and its hinterland this is aggravated by diminishing economic privilege. Perhaps it is little wonder that youths here are bound by and committed to a narrow patriotism.
I'm willing to die for my country.
But why?
I was brought up and made in South Africa. Made in Taiwan. I'm willing to die for my country. I'm living in South Africa. Because every terrorism is your home. It's like somebody trying to take over your home, your privacy, so you must defend it. It's your him. If you don't kill him, he kills you. You have to stay and defend it.
But who's trying to take over the country?
Communism. Trying to infiltrate, take over, make all
fight
Russia.
for your country.
Dat is 3,650.
Hoeveel lokaat? Precies. WG van Wyk, WG van Wyk.
Kijk, die hoe die is hier. Hij staat een hele kaart vol op en het is nog brons. Maar dan nee. Maar kom een beetje. Daar de kaart was vol. Het is hier. Als we een beetje terug gaan. Maar het is op een beetje point. What do you want from a 400?
Hey, hopefully the army will call me up. Hey, to the army and after that, I'm gonna box for the army. And when I come out to the army, when I turn 19, and I'll go to professional boxing. says all I'm interested in is chicks and boxing, but that's not true, because boxing comes before anything else. I've been boxing for 6 years now, and don't think I'll stop. The Blacks will overrule us in Denver in a few years' time. Blacks and coolies and colours. There's already colours and coolies and flats around the corner.
For Warren van Wyk, the present is full of the pride at being a champion boxer in a white working-class community. The future, a brittle dream of immortality, lies enclosed in a society which daily makes and unmakes him.
Every person on earth is scared to die. Yeah, but when it comes to the thing, you don't know you're going to die, you're going to fight for your country. Not just going to give up. Because once you give up, then you die.
There's some terrible